to Hadithi Hadithi, brought to you by the Goethe-Institut, Kenya. Now tell me, when is your birthday? Do you celebrate your birthday? Or have you ever been to a birthday party? Maybe a friend's birthday party? If your answer is yes, then you probably know this song. Okay, so can you sing it together? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, that was amazing singing. Give yourself a big, big clap. Wow. In today's story, our character had a birthday party. Yes, her mother had cooked a lot of different types of food. She had invited her friends, her family, and all her neighbors. There was nice music. They had had an amazing time, and she was really happy. But she was also a little bit sad. She was sad because her best friend, her favorite person, had not come to the party. And this was her grandmother. Her grandmother was sick. But even though she was not at the party, she had sent Little Red a beautiful birthday gift. And her mother had promised that she could go and visit her grandmother the very next day. So that day, Little Red sat very still, her eyes on the clock hanging on the wall. And her eyes looked as the clock went. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And as soon as the hour hands hit 11, she jumped and said, "Mama, Mama, it's 11 o'clock!" Yes, her mother had promised that she could go and visit her grandmother at 11 o'clock. And her mother said, "Of course, but first go and get something warm. You know you'll be going through the forest, don't you?" And Little Red ran to her room and she took the birthday present that her grandmother had sent her, a beautiful red sweater, and she put it on and she looked at herself in the mirror. And she did look good. Then she ran back to the door and said, "Mama, Mama, I'm warm now. Can I go?" Oh, patience, patience, Little Red, patience. And her mother came and gave her a basket, saying, "I've put some cake and some fresh fruit and vegetables inside the basket for your grandmother. That should make her feel well soon." Little Red grabbed the basket and began running down the path. And her mother called out, "Hey, Red, don't forget what I told you." "Of course, Ma, I should not talk to strangers," she answered as she ran. Little Red loved her grandmother. She loved spending time with her, and the two of them would do different things. They would cook, they would knit, and they would just enjoy each other's company. She was really looking forward to meet her grandmother. And as she walked, she sang. She poked at the butterflies that fluttered on her path. Oh, she was really, really happy. She soon came by some people who were cutting wood in the forest. Hello, hello, she said to them. Everybody in the village knew Little Red. She was so friendly and so charming, and they loved her a lot. And the woodcutters answered, Hello, Red, where are you going today? Me? I'm going to visit my grandmother, and I'm taking her a piece of cake and some fresh fruits and vegetables, she said. All right, say hello to grandmother from us. And she continued to walk. A really good time on the road. You see, she had walked with this path with her mother and her father so many times. And when she was at the center of the forest, she saw some beautiful flowers and thought, a bouquet of flowers from my grandmother. And she bent down to pick some white ones here, some red ones here, some purple ones here. And she was just about to pick a bright yellow sunflower when she heard a voice behind her. She jumped to find herself face to face with Kakamboiha the wolf. And Kakamboiha the wolf had a big grin on his face. And with his most polite voice, he talked to Red. Hello, little girl. Who are you and where are you going? Me? My name is Red, and I'm going to visit my grandmother. I'm taking to her a piece of cake and some fresh fruits and vegetables, said Little Red. I see. And where does your grandmother live? My grandmother? She lives on the other side of the forest. The first house in the village? That's my grandmother's, said Little Red. All right, say hello to your grandmother and be safe. And with that, the wolf disappeared into the forest. You see, the wolf really wanted to eat Little Red. But he had also seen the woodcutters, and he knew that if they found her trying to do that, they might kill him. So he decided on another plan. Using a shorter route, he would go to grandmother's house and eat the grandmother up. And there, he would lie in wait, waiting for Little Red. And when she arrived, he would also eat her up. And because he knew the forest way better, Kakamboiha used a shorter route. And he ran until he came to the village and to grandmother's house. And he knocked. From inside the house, grandmother called out, Who's there? And pretending to be a little girl, Kakamboiha the wolf said, It's me, your grandchild. I brought you some cake and some fresh fruits and vegetables. Oh, Little Red, is that you? Come on in. The door is not locked, the grandmother said. Kakamboiha opened the door and went straight to where the grandmother was and pounced soft steps approaching the house. Kakamboya knew that Little Red must have arrived as well. Quickly, he took a scarf and tied the grandmother's mouth. And then, looking around, saw the cupboard, threw grandmother in the cupboard, and banged it shut. After the door, Little Red knocked. Anybody home? Grandma, are you there? Kakamboya, the wolf, took grandmother's hat and wore it on his head. And then he took grandmother's coat and wore it. And then he lay on the bed and pretended to sleep. Who's there? He said, pretending to be the grandmother. Grandma, it's me. Oh, Little Red, is that you? Come on in. The door is not locked, said Kakamboya. And Little Red opened the door slowly. Shush! Where are you? I can't see you. I'm right here in the bed. I'm not feeling very well. Come here. And with small steps, Little Red walked towards the bed. Josh, you have really long ears today. Kakamboya replied, yes, my child. The longer to hear you better. Josh, what big eyes you have today? Of course, my child. The bigger to see you better. And Grandma, what long teeth you have today? And this time, using his wolf's voice, Kakamboya said, of course, the longer to eat you better. And he pounced on Little Red. But Little Red jumped away quickly. You see, Little Red had realized that something was wrong when Grandma took so long to respond. And she had been very observant when she came in. And she had noticed something. Yes, she had seen Kakamboya's long tail showing from under Grandmother's coat. So when she jumped, she took the walking stick that was right next to the bed, and with all the energy in her body, she whacked Kakamboya right on the head. It was so painful for Kakamboya, and he developed an instant headache. And he took off out to the door and disappeared into the forest. And that, my dear friends, is how Little Red saved not just herself, but her grandmother as well. And after this, they had a beautiful lunch and spent the whole